Hey you. Yes, you with the piggy bank. Go grab a fresh battery from the kitchen drawer. AAAA. It does not matter. Hold it in your hand. That little silver cylinder? That is not just a battery. That is $1. Now imagine I told you that every single year, without telling you, someone is secretly draining that battery. The silver wrapper stays the same. The number on the side says 1.5 volts. But inside? Less and less power. That is happening to your money. Right now. And if your parents have a mortgage below 5% and they are paying extra every month, oh boy. They are handing the bank fresh batteries while the government is about to drain them for free. Stick with me for 20 minutes. I promise you will never look at a dollar bill the same way again. Let us start super simple. $1 is not paper. $1 is not metal. $1 is a promise. But here is a better way to think. $1 is a battery. Why? Because a battery has two things. First, a name, like AA or 1.5 volts. Second, a charge. That means how much power is actually inside. $1 is the same. The name is $1. But the charge is what you can buy with it. In 1990, $1 bought a whole gallon of gas. Today, that same $1 buys about half a gallon. Same dollar. Same number. Less charge. That is called inflation. Inflation is just a fancy way to say your battery is leaking. Now here is the sneaky part. When your parents borrow money from the bank, like a mortgage, they borrow a pile of fresh, fully charged batteries. But if inflation keeps leaking, by the time they pay the bank back 20 years later, they are handing back drained batteries. Same number on the side. Almost no power inside. The bank gets every dollar it was promised. It just cannot buy much with them. That is not an accident. That is the plan. Let me give you a number so big it is almost silly. The United States government owes $39 trillion. That is $39 trillion. If you spent $1 every single second without stopping, it would take you over 1 million years to pay it off. Here is the problem. Every year, just the interest on that debt, not even the main bill, is over $1 trillion. That is $88 billion a month. Every month. Just for the privilege of having borrowed the money. And here is the part that matters for your family. About 1/3 of that giant debt has to be refinanced every year. That means whatever interest rate is available today becomes the new rate. Imagine if your mortgage changed every single year. Oh sorry, this year your payment is 3%. Next year? 6%. The year after? Who knows? That is Washington right now. And the government of S own numbers say interest payments will grow faster than defense, faster than Medicare, faster than anything else. So what do? They have exactly one real option. And every country in history has used it when debt got this big. Listen carefully. This is not a prediction. This is history repeating. After World War II, the United States had a huge debt, over 100% of everything the country made in a year. So what did they do? They did not default. They did not raise taxes enough. They did something way sneakier. They passed a rule called Regulation Q. Here is what Regulation Q said. Banks are not allowed to pay you more than a certain percent on your savings account. Imagine that. The government literally made it illegal for a bank to help you keep up with inflation. If inflation was 4% and the government capped your savings at 2%, your battery drained twice as fast as you could charge it. And here is the magic trick. From 1946 to 1974, over 28 years, the government's less debt shrank from 100% of GDP down to 25% of GDP. Did they pay it off? No. Did they erase it? No. They let inflation eat it. Every year, quietly, without a vote, without a speech, the batteries drained. The debt stayed the same number. But the real weight of the debt got lighter and lighter. And who paid the price? Not the rich. Not the government. The grandma in Ohio who did everything right. She saved cash. She bought bonds. She did not borrow. She kept money in the bank. She got drained for 28 years. Quietly. Respectably. Completely. Now let us jump to April 21st ST, 2026. Kevin Wersch is sitting in front of the Senate. He is about to become the new head of the Federal Reserve, the most powerful financial position on planet Earth. And he said something that almost nobody caught. He wants regime change at the Fed. New framework. New tools. And, this is the killer, a new way to measure inflation. Right now, the Fed targets 2% inflation per year. Wersch says that is wrong. He wants to use something called trimmed mean measures. Here is what that means in kid language. Imagine you are measuring how warm it is outside. One thermometer says 90 degrees. Another thermometer removes the hottest hour and the coldest hour and says it is only 82 degrees. Which one do you believe? Wersch wants to use the second thermometer. Right now, real inflation is around 3.3%. But if you remove the stuff that went up the most, like energy from a war, his preferred ruler shows 2.3%. That is not fighting inflation. That is redefining it so you can pretend it is lower than it is. And when you pretend inflation is lower, you can cut interest rates. And when you cut interest rates, the battery drains faster. He is not stopping the leak. He is installing a smaller ruler to measure it. Let me introduce you to a guy named Elon. Elon is 51 years old. He has a wife and 2 kids. He refinanced his house in 2021 at 3.1% fixed for 30 years. That is an amazing rate. Then he read a book by a famous finance guy named Elon. The book said pay off your house early. Debt is bad. So every month, Elon sends an extra $400 toward his mortgage principal. He also has $160,000 in a regular bank savings account. Chase. Wells Fargo. One of the big ones. They pay him 0.01% interest. That is $16 a year on $160,000. Elon thinks he is being responsible. Here is what Elon does not see. That 3.1% mortgage? Inflation is 3%. That means inflation is higher than his interest rate. His mortgage is shrinking in real terms every single month. Every payment he sends is lighter than the last one. And that extra $400? If inflation stays at 3%, that $400 has almost zero real return. He is working hard to pay down debt that the Fed is trying to drain for him. Now what about that $160,000 in the bank? The bank takes Elon's $160,000 and lends it out at 6.3%, which is the current mortgage rate. They pay Elon 0.01%. They keep the rest. That difference is pure profit for the bank. Off Elon gets back. And here is the worst part. If Elon moves that $160,000 to a high-yield savings account at 4.5%, which exists online right now, he earns over $7,000 a year instead of $16. Over 10 years, that is almost $90,000 difference. No risk. No stock market. Just a different bank account. Elon is doing what his grandpa told him. Save cash. Pay off debt. Play it safe. But the rules changed. And nobody sent him a memo. This part is uncomfortable. But I promised you the truth. Financial repression, which is the fancy name for draining the batteries, requires a victim. In the 1950s and 60s, it was savers. People who kept cash. People on fixed incomes. People who did not borrow money. Today, it is anyone with a low-yield savings account and a fixed-rate mortgage they are paying off early. Every household with $100,000 in a regular bank account loses about $3,000 of real wealth every year. That money does not disappear. It gets transferred quietly to the debt servicing machine. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. Your loan officer never calls to say, "Hey, that 3% mortgage you have, you should stop paying extra and invest the difference." Why? Because the moment you understand what they understand, you stop giving them free money. Here is the good news. You can fix this tonight. No advisor needed. No complicated trading. Move 1. Stop the extra payments. If your mortgage is below 5% fixed, stop sending an extra penny toward principal. Tonight. Log into your lender's portal. Cancel that automatic payment. The battery drain is working for you. Do not interrupt it. Move 2. Check your savings rate. Open your last bank statement. What interest rate are you getting? If it is below 1%, you are the victim. Go online. Open a high-yield savings account at an online bank. They are paying 4 to 5% right now. On $100,000, that is $4,000 to $5,000 more a year than Chase pays you. Move 3. Talk to your family. Show this video to your parents. Show it to your kids. This is not a conspiracy. This is public information. The Fed's own balance sheet. BlackRock's published paper. The BOH's budget projections. It is all free. It is just boring. Until now. Kevin Warsh takes over the Fed on May 15th th. The Senate votes the week of May 11th th. The battery is about to leak faster. You cannot stop the drain. But you can absolutely decide whether you are the one holding the fixed-rate debt or the one funding the drain with dead cash. One last time. Fresh battery or drained battery? Your move. Subscribe. Share this with someone you do not want to see get drained. And I will see you in the next one.